Hi, this is Jane. I'm going to do a remote view. I'm working with only data right now. Where I am in Santa Fe, I don't have internet at the moment, so I'm using my phone. I'm doing a remote view for a client. I just did a shamanic journey for her, talking about, I guess I can say, the Andromedans, and that they had been kind of overseeing her and kind of controlling her, and I also saw that she had sort of like superpowers with her eyes, at least in other realities, and and she's had memories, I believe, of potentially abduction and interaction with UFOs. Anyway, she might have some secret space program memories that haven't come forward. And I'm just decided to do a remote view for her on whether or not she was in the secret space program. And I haven't done it like this before, but maybe it will work. You know, I'm used to either being on the video or, I mean, you know, my office with my computer, and I just have to be in a certain frame of mind to do it. So hopefully this will work, and hopefully I can do this again. Sorry, I haven't spoken yet today to anyone. So yeah, okay, I'm going to call in my loving and compassionate spirit guides and power animals. I don't call in the light because the dark can often believe they are the light, and in fact Lucifer means light, so I always call in love, which is cannot be defined in any other way other than what it is. I do want to be surrounded, though, by very high vibration beings so that there's no interference. It's not 100% guarantee either, because there's all kinds of interference. But if I'm surrounded by lions and tigers and lions and bears and Reiki masters and ascended masters and other beings of love who love us, as a lot of beings do not, I increase the chances of a real remote view. I mean, they're all real, but more increasingly authentic. Okay, so I'm not going to say her name. I'm going to say A. Was A in the secret space program? And I'm imagining her face because I haven't talked to her today, so I have to reconnect with her energy field. Usually I like to talk to people immediately before, but I have been texting, and we did talk yesterday, and I've been in her energy field recently. So, and now I'm also like imagining her face and her vibration. I'm actually imagining her email. Everything is affiliated with in my realm, affiliated with her energy field. So what I'm seeing is sort of it looks like a supersonic pulling up, like she's being pulled up through a portal as a child. So everything about her is a little different, in the sense she's had a very important job at Atlantis. So everything there sort of reflects now why she seems to I've never seen her in a low vibration environment like many of us experience MK Ultra, mind control, and torture. I haven't seen that yet. I did see very clearly a group of Andromedans. Is that how you say it? Aliens have a great deal of interest in controlling her for some reason, but let's see where this is going. Okay, she steps out as a child of this portal, and there is it seems like the same group of Andromedans, these bulbous kind of people in robes or beings. She walks straight through them again. Like I don't usually see such freedom of movement if she's secret space program, so I don't know if this is because she has freedom of movement and she seems to have some sort of authority here, even as a child, amongst these beings. So yeah, she walked straight through the group. They parted. She walked through. They're watching her. They're so curious. So let's see where this goes. Okay, she steps into this, appears to be a clear room, maybe glass, maybe crystal, into a room of crystals. Like, not just crystals lying around, but huge crystals, like tall crystals. You might imagine you would see at Atlantis, like transmuter, transmitting, transferring everything, energy, transferring, transmuting. So they're watching her. She seems, it's like she's a master crystal gazer, worker, ally of the crystals. I have a feeling that's why she has so much protection. She really is allied with these huge crystals. Okay, so she's walking through. She's walking in to a crystal. So it's like she's, I don't know if she. So this makes me feel she's in a spirit body, because she walked. Or it's her consciousness. So I'm going to say it was her consciousness that was brought up in a portal. Okay, because I saw before they were using her consciousness, which they did to a lot of us, and they would put us in clone bodies. So I don't see her in a clone body. I see her actual consciousness as child consciousness up the portal through this group of Andromedans who, hands off, not going to touch her. They can't. So they parted. She walks through. She's in this glass room or crystal room, whatever. It's clear, some sort of. I doubt it's plexiglass, but clear, into a room of crystals, huge, tall crystals that are used for creating energy, sending energy, storing energy. She walks in, so she's a spirit. So I just see her working on something inside the crystal like you would never think of in a crystal. It's like board circuits or something. She's intuitively programming this huge crystal. She's very self-assured. She doesn't seem to be intimidated by these people, at least in her child self. Okay, this crystal seems to be becoming mobile. The one she's in, it's moving out of this crystal building, glass building. It's moving into another atmosphere. Through some sort of galaxy type of star filled, and into another structure. I don't know what is going on. I really don't. I've never seen this. That doesn't mean it's spectacular. It's just, I don't, what is she on? She's on a structure, like, not a planet, but a structure in the crystal. Okay, she's able to, she's transmitting from, she's programmed the crystal, now she's transmitting some kind of message or energy. It looks like it's towards some golden thing, statue or being or God, or it doesn't even look real. It doesn't look animated. But it's, this crystal energy is surrounding this form of an eagle or something. The eagle takes flight, or this bird or thing. So it picks her up. It almost looks like she's bringing this crystal energy around to different locations. And I think it's positive crystal energy, like she's bringing energy, free energy. She's bringing free energy. She is able to program crystals to bring free energy. And I don't know who she's bringing it to, why, but she's the only one that can do this in this particular situation. So if she was someone that could do that, yes, she would have a lot of power. And I don't mean power over, I mean they would not want to mess with her too much. They would want to control her, which they've done in this lifetime. To a degree, they've controlled her. Okay, she's coming back down to what I guess I would now describe as a base or a power center, a charger, with the crystal. I don't know what this golden eagle thing is. It must be a metaphor for something. And then the crystal is back on its base. She's still a child. They're using her consciousness. So why is she on a base? So she seems to be leaving in the crystal. The crystal can also become a transporter for her energy, which makes total sense. When I do a soul retrieval, I will put consciousness into a crystal to return it home. So it's returning back to this bigger base of crystals. She sits down. She lands back in. She walks out of the crystal. She walks through the Andromedans. They part again. They're watching her. I don't. Their expressions are not exactly loving. They're respectful. They're fearful. They're kind of they don't. Yeah, I don't know what they are. They're not. They can't touch her. That's all I know. They can't touch her. They're not friendly. They're not aggressive. They're just observing. They're trying to telepathically control her. I will say that. And I know they tried to chip her too, and with but I think I took that out. Oh, my guides took it out. So she goes through. She goes back in, down through this portal. Her consciousness is brought back. So I see it going back into her, and she's a child in a rocking chair. Now that image, the rocking chair was given to me by her, so I'm not sure if I'm remembering that or if they're just showing me, yes, she was being used all through, I would say, her childhood, her spirit. I did not see any clones. I just saw, or taking her physical body. I see they're using her consciousness to control, to pilot, charge, align with crystal energy, and to give free energy. But I don't know who to who and why. And I did not, I will say, I did not get any secret space program in that view. Although I saw in a shamanic journey that the Andromedans, however you say it, those alien, I guess you would call alien, we're all alien to something, beings, had an alignment with the U.S. military. So this is going to be short because, again, I'm working on data. I do not have internet yet where I am in New Mexico. It's certainly not impossible, but the old service I was using, they suddenly, Cyber Mesa said they couldn't access my house with whatever platform they're using. So that I have to change my strategy to get internet. So that was really interesting. Not at all what I expected, which is usually a sign that it was authentic. There was a few things like the rocking chair. Well, that was probably the only one that I already knew about. But that was very interesting, very different. This girl is, I saw at least a sort of what I would call a high level crystal. She had mastery over crystal energy, and she worked with crystals, and she had a lot of power in her gaze. She could program crystals with her eyes, and so they were using her, but it also really protected her from being killed or maybe tortured. I don't know. I haven't seen torture yet. I haven't seen MK Ultra. She had a lot of I mean, we all in the program have a lot of special skills, but it didn't protect us. So this is really interesting. So she's going to see this, and she also gave me permission to post it publicly. I think it turned out really interesting. I am going to make it short. As I said, because I'm on data, and anyway, it's beautiful here. It's getting cold. you know, I am happy to see the bright blue skies of New Mexico, and I don't honestly know how long I'm going to be here. I think a month. But anyway, I hope everyone is well. And if you are interested in a remote view, a shamanic healing, Reiki healing, psychic reading, or combination thereof, I'll put my information below. You can also go to my website, radiantearthmother.com, and I'll put my email below. And I'm available for remote. I will see you in person if you have a referral from someone that I know. I will see you in person too. Okay. Lots of love. Thank you.